Hi everyone, welcome to Competition Valley. Today we are going to study about factorials. Very easy and very conceptual topic. Okay. So we can express, let's say, factorials in terms of like this. So let's say we have 5 factorial, we can write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. For 6 factorial, it will be 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So for any number we can take, let's say 18 factorial. So we have 18 into 17 into 16 into 15 into 14 into, we'll go into 3 into 2 into 1. So basically this is what we are doing. We are starting from the number and we are going in reverse direction till 1. Now we have all been told, and most of us would know this, that 0 factorial equal to 1. Okay, so we'll try to prove this. This is not that important in terms of your examination, but still you should know about it because this is very unconventional thing. You won't find easier methods to prove this, and we should have a habit, because when we are giving the real-time examination, especially in CAT, so there would be at least 10-15 questions you would have wherein there would be no direct method would work. So in those times, if you have a habit of generalizing thing or creating a concept out of the given data, that really helps out. That helps a lot. So we'll try to do this by various methods. So and I would also go for another concept as well, so that you understand how things work actually. Okay, so now just like this, we also know any number with power 0 is 1. Okay, so there is some correlation between them. That's why I'm trying to explain both these at one shot. So let's do this. So just for example, we have 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is 2 into 1 is 2, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1, we have 6, 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is 24, 5 factorial is 120, and we can keep going with this. This is the set format now. Same over here. So we have a to the power, or let's take it 2 for more convenience. 2 to the power 1 is 2, 2 to the power 2 is 4, 2 to the power cube is 8, is 16, is 32, and it keeps going. Okay, so it will keep going. Now if we want to go, this is 64. Okay, so if we want to go reverse from here, so what is happening? Just observe for a moment. When we are going reverse, so we are dividing it by 2. Now power 1 is 2. Again we are going a power back. 2 to the power 0 we are going. So we are dividing it with by 2 again, and this is how we reach. And this is good for minus values as well, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 3, it will keep going. And minus 1 by 4, it was not minus 1 by 3. Now similarly over here, what are we doing? We are dividing it by 6. Then what we are doing again, we are dividing it by 5, by 4, by 3, by 2. When we are going from 2 factorial to 1 factorial, we are dividing it by 2. So now one step back, and what are we dividing it with? 1. So that's how we reach 1 divided by 1 is what? 1. So 0 factorial is what? 1. Now this is more of a, you can say, analysis based, or you can say observation based, but we can prove it mathematically as well. So let's do it mathematically. And again, for mathematically as well, I'll just try to do some correlation so that you understand it in a much better manner. So let's say we'll take 5 factorial over here, and we'll take x factorial over here. Okay, and let's draw a line in between. So can we write 5 factorial as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1? Easy. So similarly, can we write x factorial as x? Now understand what has happened over here first. So what has happened is 5 minus 1, 5 minus 2, 5 minus 3, 5 minus 4. Exactly this is what has happened. So can we write over here x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, x minus 4. See, it can go to any term because I've just taken 5 over here, so I'm just correlating it with this particular numbers. Okay, so can we write 5 factorial as 5 into 4 factorial? Because 4 factorial is what? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Similarly, can we write x factorial as x into x minus 1 factorial? If you have understood up to this section, so from this part, this section goes irrelevant, because what do we need to prove? We need to see if 0 factorial is 1 theoretically as well or not. Okay, so now from here, can we write this x minus 1 factorial equal to x factorial by x? Basic rules. Okay, now let's take x equal to 1, so that this entire factorial goes 0. So we have 0 factorial into 1 factorial by 1, is it is. Now what is 1 factorial? Is 1 by 1. What do we get? 1. So we get 0 factorial equal to 1, isn't it? So we have, by analysis or observation, we have done that, and this is mathematically that can be proven as well. So we should have a habit. That's what we call it, aptitude, problem solving aptitude. That's why in CAT and various examinations they ask you aptitude. Now let's observe something else as well. Let's say we take factorial, let's say factor of factorial 10. Okay, 10 factorial. Okay, so what is it? It's 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into. Okay, now if I were to ask, or if I've been asked to break this factors in form of prime factors only, or if I were to ask how many 2's are there in this, how many 2's are in factorial 10 or 10 factorial. Okay, so if we start calculating, so this is 1 2, we have 2 2's over here, 2 into 2, we have 3 2's, I'm sorry, we have just 1 2, I'm sorry, 1 2, here we have 3 2's, and then here we have 1 2. So if we add up 1 3 4 and 5 to 7 is 8. Okay, how many 3's we would have? So let's for 3 take another color. Okay, 3 we have 1 over here, then we have 3 into 2, then we have 3 into 3. So how many 3's do we have? 2 1 3 1 4. So 2 we have this, 3 we had 4, isn't it? 2 1 3 and 4. How many 5's do we have? Now understand, it may sound boring as if now, but it's very important. So for 5 we have 1 5, and then we have one more 5 over here. 5 into 2 is 10, so we have 5 2. Okay, now let's take a different number. Okay, I'll come to the conclusion, but let's make it more accessible. So let's say if we take a bigger number, let's say we can take 20 factorial if we take. Okay, this is very big, but we'll try. Okay, so again, what are we calculate? We'll be calculating in form of prime factors. So we'll try to see 2 3 5 7 11, all these factors. Okay, so how many 2's do we have? So let's begin in 1. We have 2 over here, we have 1, we have 3, you have 2, again here is 2 into 2. Okay, again 1, again is 2 is to 2 is to 2 is to 2, again 3 into 3 into 2 is 2 into 2. Okay, so we have 2 plus 1 3 3 6 7 9 10 14 15 17. Okay, let's take it, we'll verify it later if we are correct or not. Okay, so we have 2 is 17. Now let's calculate for 3. For 3, let's take what number? Let's take blue. So we have 1 3, then you have 1 3 over here, you have 2 3's over here, and you have 1 3 over here, you have 1 3 over here, Now you have 3 into 3 over here, and believe that would be all. So how many 3's do we have? 2, 1 3, 1 4, 2 6, 1 7, 1 8. So you have 3 is 8. Okay, now similarly if we count for 5, so 5 into 2 is over here 5, 5 and 5. So you have 5 4. So what's happening if you take any number, what we did above, in above we found 2 to be 8, 3 to be 4, 5 to square. Over here as well we found 2 to be 17, 3 to the power 8 and 5 to the power 4. We can take this as well, doesn't matter. So what's happening if we observe very clearly, we see that as the value of prime factor increases, so does the power decreases. Because it's very obvious in 100 if we say, or let's say in 20 itself, now 2 would occur much more than 3 would occur more than 5 would occur more than 7 would occur more than 9, because as we are going up, the smaller number would occur multiple times rather than a larger number. In 20, how many times 19 would occur? Only one time, isn't it? But how many times you say 5 or 3 or any other number may appear, the chances are very high. This is very common sense as well, but still if we observe it, we'll find that the value of prime factor as the value, so this is 2, so from 2 we are going to 3, the power is decreasing. Now power does not decrease in any given set of patterns, so don't think that it is 17 so 8 it would be 4 and then it will be 2. No, this is not going to happen. Okay, it's only that with the value of the prime factor increasing, the power will decrease. Remember, this is very, very important and it will be used in questions. Okay, now first of all, this is one of the way. Okay, now we can also check this. Let's say for 20 factorial, if I, let me write this, if I ask you what is the highest power of 2 in 20 factorial. Okay, so that was one way. The second is simply you start dividing 2, 10, 5, 2, 1 and calculate 10 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1, so it will be 18 times. So if I had written 17 in the last clip, it was wrong, it would be 18. Okay, but that would not matter much because I was trying to explain you then that as the value of factor as the value of prime factor goes up, so does the power comes down. So it would not matter if I've written 17, 18, but this is very important. So how do we calculate it? Very simple division method. So over here you see, don't worry about the remainder, बिल्कुल नहीं, भूल जाओ remainder को. Okay, so it's simple. 2 10 20, 2 5 10, 2 2 4. We are dividing it, but we need not to worry about the remainder. Okay, so it will be 18. Can we calculate with 20? So how it is? 3 6 18, 3 2 8, so 3 will be 8, 5 25 4, so 5 4 times. Okay, so this is how we calculate the highest power of 2. Okay, or any number it can be. So if I ask you what is the highest power of 2 in 100 factorial, then we'll do for 3 as well, 5 as well. So let's say 2, so simple, 250 is 100, 225, 212, 26, 23, 21. Now calculate it. 50, 25, 75, 87, 90, 91, 97 if I'm not wrong. 50 plus 25 plus 12 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1, 10, 12, 22 or 75 is 97. So 2 to the highest power of 2 is 97. We can calculate for 3 as well. So with 3 we have 33, we have 11, we have 3, we have 1. So it's 33 plus 11 plus 3 plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 1 15 plus 33 is 48. Now we can calculate this for 5 as well. So 5 20 100, 5 4 20, so it will be 24. We can calculate this for any set of prime numbers. Again, if we are trying to do for 16, and if we are trying to do 16 and then 6 to 4 and we say 18, 16, 6 to the power 18, it's wrong. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you. Okay, but first understand this. 5, you can do this for 7 is 16. Why? Because 7 14 98 and 14 is 7 to 14. Okay, so we can calculate this as well. Now we'll see why we can't do this. So in the last clip I said that if we are asked find the highest power of 6, okay, let's say there's a question is find highest power of 6 in 100 factorial. Okay, so need not to do this 16 and then it's 16 2 and say 16 to the power 8. No, it's not wrong, because this method that we have been doing, it's only for prime factor. So what we have to do, we have to break into this. So now again, understand this is a very good concept. So 2, we do this 50 25 12 6 3 1. So I believe it was 98 na. So Chetin now ek 10 para 22 or 75, 22 or 75 is what, 97. We are going 2, and for 3 it is 33 11 3 1. So 3 ek 4 15 48. Okay, so now understand, this is very very important. Okay, so we have 2 97 and we have 3 48. Okay, so what is the highest power of 6? So let's say, what is 6? 6 equal to 2 into 3. So what do we know? We need 1. Okay, see, we need 1 2 and 1 3 to make 6. Okay, over here we have 97 2s and 48 3s. So what is the maximum number of 6 can we make? We can only make the maximum 48 pair, because we would need 3 as well, na? So let's say we are given this, and we are only given 1 3. So how many pair of 6 can you make? Only 1 pair, because you just have 1 2 into 3. We need 2 into 3 to make 6. Okay, over here we have number of 2s is 97, but number of 3s is only 48. Okay, understand this. Okay, understand it very clearly. If the number of 3s we have is only 48, so we can only make 48 such pair of 2 into 3. So basic thing is the highest power of 6 would be 2 into 48 into 3 into 48, which will be the highest power of 6 will be, then in that case would be 48. That would be the answer. Okay, always follow this. Whenever you have to break into prime factor, from next question, never calculate for the smaller thing. Never calculate for the smaller factor. Always calculate for the biggest factor that we have, because as I said you last clip mein, ki with increasing factor the power decreases, and only the smallest power that we have, we can make that much pair only. So agar aapko main bol दूं, let's say कि 2 की value 2 we have 105, and let's say 7 we have only 9. So how many 14 can we make out of it? So for 114 we need 2 into 7. Okay, so how many 7 we have? We have 9 7s. So we can use 9 2s as well. But after that, what are we left with? We are only left with 2s and 2s and 2s. We are not left with any 7 anymore. So we need 1 2 and 1 7 to make a 14. So the smallest number, if the smallest power would work in such cases. हमेशा याद रखना, ठीक है? We'll do some questions again. So let's say find the highest power of 15 in 150 factorial. Okay, so again 15 we can't do it in 15 because 15 is not prime number. Okay, so 15 we can write in 3 into 5. Okay, whenever we break it, as I said you before, कि आपने छोटे नंबर को देखना ही नहीं, you need not to care about this number now. Any power on top of 5, because the power of on 5 would be less than the power of 3. अगर हम 15 factorial में जाते हैं, so of course 3 would occur much more than 5. Okay, so just we need to calculate for 5. So these 6 1 we have 537. So the highest power of 15 is 37. That's easy it is. Okay, we can do this for any number. Find the highest power of, let's say, what do we say, we can take 8 in same 150. So again, what can we write 8 as? 2 into 2 into 2, so it's 2 cube. So what do? We start with 2, 150, so we have 75, we have 36, we have 18, we have 9, 4, 2, 1. So calculate it. 75 plus 36 plus 18 plus 9 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. 2 1 3 4 7 9 16 8 24 10 34 6 40 30 70 5 75 and 70. So it 75 or 70. So it should be, oops, 2 1 3 4 7 9 16 8 24 30 36 36 30 36 30 66 5 71 71 plus 70 is 141. Okay, it could be 11 8 19 9 28 4 32 तो 34 1 35. Now there's something mistake. 36 18 9 4 तो 6 1 7 ना, तो we can be 9 16, तो 6 5 11 6 17 8 25 2 7 9 3 12 2 4 145. Okay, this is 2 to the power 145. But what is 8? 8 is 2 to the power 3. So we will divide the power by 3. So whatever we are left with, that would be the answer. 12 2 into 48 into 2 will get something. That does not matter. This is what it will be, 2 to 48. So the highest power of 8 will be 48. Yeah, that's how it has to be. Okay, so this is how we determine highest power of any given numbers in any factorial. Okay, so with other question we'll continue with other concept, and other question will continue in the next class. Okay, thank you.